Week 5. Oh, that's a fine. That's a fine. That's a fine. That's a fine. That's definitely a fine. That's definitely a fine.
Oh, guess what, Squidward?
We stink!
Yeah! Yes!
Sorry for the late upload. The NFL fined me for making that joke at the beginning of the video. But week 5 ended up being one of the best weeks of football so far. We had a massive 500-point game from Kirk Cousins in primetime to win a division game. We had fireworks in the Cincinnati-Baltimore game. Dak and Dallas secured a last-minute thrilling win over the Pittsburgh Steelers after a rain delay. And the Jacksonville Jaguars won a game. Now let's see how the entirety of week 5 played out. NFL on Prime gets a game ball. Great game all around, but Kirk Cousins coming through in primetime for 509 yards? The NFC South is going to be fun. The Sam Darnold revenge game was a little underwhelming, but hey, Vikings come out with the win and go to 5-0. The Jets need to find answers soon and without Robert Saleh. If I'm from Charlotte, I'd hate the entire state of Illinois. The Bears fleecing the franchise for a single draft pick, then absolutely slaughtered the Panthers in Chicago. My goodness. But what a game for the Bears. Okay, we have a close second for game of the year. Lamar Jackson and Joe Burrow were on fire this game. Both teams made crucial mistakes in overtime, but Derrick Henry and Justin Tucker seal it for the Ravens. Houston almost let it get away. Not a very clean game from CJ Stroud, but he gets bailed out by very bad clock management by Sean McDermott. Death, taxes, and the Colts losing in Jacksonville. I will give Indy credit though, hell of a game from Joe Flacco. Jacksonville, congrats on the first win of the year. Penalty on everything. Of course this game ended up being as putrid as I thought, but now we know how bad New England actually is. Yeah, Cleveland is cooked. Washington is a rolling buzzsaw right now, but let's see how long they can keep it up. From the opening drive, I had a feeling the Cardinals were going to end up winning. San Fran gets themselves way ahead in the first half, while Arizona's defense shuts out the Niners in the second half. And man, was Kyler Murray locked the fuck in. Blow it up. Denver ends their 8-game losing streak to the Raiders. Pat Surtain and that defense showed out, their throwbacks are elite, and they've won their 3rd straight game. Hold up. Are the Broncos legit? Oh shit. Giants might have actually been getting better every week, pouncing on the Seahawks early for the upset. I just hope this isn't the start of a spiral for Seattle. So it's fairly obvious that if this Rams team is fully healthy, they're gonna be dangerous. But all in all, Jordan Love bounces back to get his first win on the year, and the Packers are back on track. Ugly weather, sloppy play from both sides. And despite all the turnovers on the night, Dak and the offense came through when it mattered the most. Dallas just out-Steelered the Steelers. The Chiefs really could have won by more, but some of their inefficiencies in the red zone kept this low scoring. But their most convincing win by far this season, and the Saints are in trouble.
Lord, pretty Flacco Jordy.
We are really on the precipice of giving the Joe Flacco storyline from last year another go. He's come in and played 2 games for the Colts this season after Anthony Richardson got himself hurt for the millionth time.
No!
But since coming in during the first quarter of the Steelers game, Joe Flacco has thrown for 527 yards, 5 touchdowns, and no interceptions. For reference, last season with Cleveland, he averaged 323 yards a game with 13 touchdowns to 8 interceptions. For someone in his 17th season, that's amazing. What's also remarkable about Joe Flacco is that he is the embodiment of the duality of man. Beats an undefeated team one week and then loses to a winless team the next, to no fault of his. Now we know that they are also missing pieces across their defense, and the offense will be without Jonathan Taylor and Michael Pittman for some time as well. But right now, I think Flacco gives this team the best chance to potentially make the playoffs. Richardson throughout this year has been too inconsistent and continually gives the ball away. I want Richardson to get some reps and develop as a franchise quarterback, but considering how close they were last year and the expectations going into the year, they have a chance to make a run, and once you make the dance, all bets are off. Looking ahead the rest of the season, they've got a couple of manageable games before an unforgiving 5-week stretch leading up to the bye week. I think with Flacco, this is at best a 9-3 stretch. I just can't see it with Richardson's recklessness. Fuck it, let's run back to Flaccassance. Big time divisional matchup on Thursday night. Both teams coming off of a disappointing home loss. The Hawks will be without multiple defensive players, while the Niners haven't been able to close out divisional games, and they'll still be without their kicker. Despite that, I'm taking the Niners to win this one to take a hold of the NFC West. Another London game on deck. Jacksonville has their first win on the season and look to keep building through this London stretch. Meanwhile, the Bears might have found a rhythm on offense, and their defense continues to be elite. This week, I'm gonna roll with the Jaguars to try and keep some of the momentum and come out with the win. Game of the week material right here. Both teams coming in with the best offenses in the NFL right now, with some very questionable defenses. This game could end up coming down to the last possession, and if it gets in Derrick Henry's hands, I got the Ravens winning this one. This is the who knows how good they are bowl. Arizona's coming off of a big time win against San Francisco, and they've been kind of up and down this season, but the way they've played this year has been pretty damn good. Green Bay is still kind of skating by, with Jordan Love getting a little more healthy and the defense still missing pieces. But I am going to take Arizona here for the upset, and maybe they have a chance to be something this year. Well, the Patriots decided to pull Jacoby Brissett and get Drake May his first start.
All right, and nobody's blocking.
Not a very good idea since Houston's defense has been one of the best. It's really not a discussion. Houston by a million. Saints are in a slide. On top of losing 3 straight games, they'll be without Derek Carr for a while. Bring in Spencer Rattler. For his first game facing off against the Tampa Bay defense is not ideal, but New Orleans' defense will keep them around. Give me the Bucs squeezing this one out. Alright, I got a little song for this one. Browns, you're in danger. You're so garbage, Cleveland. You're the worst team that I've ever seen. The Eagles are rested, you'll get demolished, Cleveland. Put Jameis Winston at QB, Cleveland. I don't know why, but when these teams play, there's usually some insanity in their games. If the Colts are rolling with Joe Flacco, I think they win this easily. Hopefully Will Levis stays on the bench a little longer and learns his lesson. So this game will be for the official number 2 spot in the AFC West. Chargers are coming off of a bye, so they'll be well rested and healthier, but Denver's defense is no joke. As long as Bo doesn't do anything too stupid, I think the Broncos can win this one at home. To be in the 70s when this matchup meant something. Steelers are coming off of 2 straight losses, including a heartbreaker last week versus the Cowboys, but their defense is still one of the best there is. With the Raiders rolling out Aiden O'Connell, I trust the Steelers to get it done. If not, then we're gonna have some problems. Damn, Atlanta getting 3 division games in a row. I think Kirk Cousins found his groove in ATL and will look to continue staking his claim on the NFC South, especially over a team like Carolina. Sorry, the backup boost only worked for a week. Now back to your regularly scheduled dumpster fire.
If they don't blow that ineligible player call, the Lions win that game.
Yeah, alright. This week is critical for the Cowboys. 2 straight wins where it looks like their defense has improved, minus their star D lineman. The Lions are coming into Jerry World, where the Cowboys still have yet to win this season, and are fresh off a bye. Detroit is a different caliber team anyway, so give me the Lions to possibly edge this one out. Similar records, but different stories. The Bengals offensively have been one of the best in the league. Their defense is the true issue. And the Giants are a gianting. They've looked pretty solid after that week 1 loss, but I'm gonna pick Cincinnati to win this week, though I don't feel great about it. This game might get ugly fast. 2 division foes that desperately need answers. The Bills and Jets are both coming off 2 straight losses and have to avoid a third. The easiest way to do it is a tie, and considering how both offenses have 0 answers right now, that is a possibility. Realistically though, I am probably gonna take the Bills to win since the Jets are a mess offensively right now and probably won't keep up.